Hi, thanks for joining me, Carlo Campanella, for my Iron Horse podcast, only at VegasExperts.com. Now, a few weeks ago in my podcast, I discussed college football reverse line moves, and we gave you a free winner based on those reverse line moves. This Sunday, November 2nd, I want to talk about the NFL reverse line moves. Now, to refresh your memory on what a reverse line move is, it's when the majority of the betting money comes down on one team, but the sport books move the line to favor the other team that's not getting the betting action on them. The game that looks like this is the Minnesota Vikings and Dallas Cowboys this Sunday at Dallas. The Cowboys opened up at 10.5-point favorites, and midweek now on Wednesday, we've seen that 75% of the betting money has come down on the Cowboys, America's team. And while you'd expect the line to go from 10.5 to maybe 11 or even 11.5 on the Cowboys, even though 3/4 of that money has come in, we've seen the line drop from 10.5 to only 10. Now you might say, how can that be? Not only is all the money coming in on Dallas, but the Cowboys have won 4 straight games against the spread. They're 4-4 and in first place in the NFC East, and they're in a must-win situation because they only lead that division by 1 game over the Eagles, and they're coming off an emotional loss where they lost on the final drive of the game, 31-30 at Detroit, and they want to rebound. On the other hand, the line's moving down on the Minnesota Vikings, who are 1-6. They're out of the playoff race. They're allowing 32 points per game, and they've lost 3 straight games now. What even makes this more interesting of a line move is this line moved from 10.5 to 10. And 10 is a key number because it's exactly a touchdown and a field goal win, 10 points. Now, what this means is if the Cowboys win by 10 points on Sunday, anybody who bet this line early, taking 10.5 with the Vikings, cash. And anybody who bet it at 10, regardless at minus or plus 10, Cowboys or Vikings, you push. So that means the bookies are paying out on the Vikings early, but not collecting any money back on the push with the minus 10. The bookies hate to move off of a key number. So even though 75% of the money's on Cowboys, they were still willing to move off of a key number and go to 10.5, from 10.5 to 10. Now, that means that the professionals and inside money are jumping all over the Vikings here, and so are we. I'm going to back on my reverse line move this week. The Minnesota Vikings take the 10 now before the line drops anymore. And we're going to hope that the Vikings play with nothing to lose and Adrian Peterson has a big day. And we're going to take the Vikings and the points in Dallas this Sunday. Thanks for listening and join me next week on my Iron Horse podcast at VegasExperts.com.